Excellent from Grace. Lovely birdie. Great start for the 21-year-old.
She was hitting them really solid too, which is impressive when you're struggling with a back injury. And this sounds good. It's right at the flag.
Well, it looks good.
It's very good. It's very, very good. It's going to be a birdie.
Okay.
It was nearly a 1. Back at the 3rd. Danielle Kang just tap it in for her birdie. What a shot there.
Be good.
Well, that was textbook.
And she's looking at a 25-yard bunker shot. Hit it really nicely. Will it trickle towards the flag?
I don't know how it didn't. It just stood straight up when it landed on the green. That is wild.
And Kang's just missed these putts barely low.
Needed it. Really needed something like that to go.
How they manage the course. Looks like par saves feed off of each other.
Couple positive putts here at the 14th. Par 5 next up. Chance to add a circle. Grace only birdie coming at the 1st.
And now Kang has a good idea of now the speed of this chip.
Oh, this looks really good here. Really good, Danielle Kang. A birdie at the 17th. Finally conquers this brutal par 4.
To combat for any overdraw that she may face on this shot. And this is drawing towards the hole. Needs to sit there.
Great one there from Danielle Kang. Chance to finish birdie on this difficult stretch. And that a bit washy off the blade. Still a par to close. Still a great finish for our injured superstar, Danielle Kang. A couple over on a round.
AIG Women's Open winner back in 2018, Georgia Hall, 8th. She has a win in the U.S. as well.
Well, good morning, and we're looking at Carlotta Saganda. Has this for a birdie, could do with it. Has 2 bogeys on her round already today. Oh, perfect speed there for Carlotta.
Lydia Ko, one of those players trying to make a move up the leaderboard on this Saturday for birdie at 3.
And worth noting, because of the low scores, players can make a move. We've seen 264 so far this tournament, so a player like Lydia Ko, who's quite a bit out of touch with the lead right now.
We're down at the 9th. We've already seen 1 birdie here today from Carlotta Saganda. Can IK Kim go ahead and follow suit? Terry McNamara caddying for her. Yes, she can. I'll move her back to even par. That'll help her score out quite significantly. Started the day at 1 over. On the 5th, can she convert for her birdie? An aggressive stroke. Oh, yes. 5th hole. It's playing a little bit easier today. Ranked 11th. And Bailey Shoemaker, the 17-year-old from Florida, amateur, verbally committed to play her college golf at USC in the fall of 23. Great performance here so far this week. And, oh yes, perfect speed there, Paige, and just really well judged from the front of that green.
Excellent.
We talked about that finish on a freezing Monday in Houston, mid-December. Alim Kim, 16th hole is where that rally began. And she had not made a cut in a major since then. So for her, just to get to a weekend at a big event. Lizette Salas at the 3rd. She has put herself in position at major championships in recent years. Second shot for Lexi Thompson at the par 5 first.
That's tracking at that left corner of the green.
Think about yesterday. She opted to lay up on the par 5.
Correct. She does a lot of things to get rid of the use of her hand. She's got the claw grip. Now you can see the scapula's tightening so that her stroke comes from that mid-back region. And what a start for her today.
This is Nasa Hataoka for eagle at the 15th. She outlasted Jin Young Ko a month ago at Wilshire Country Club in Los Angeles. He played at the match play in Vegas last week. This young Southern Californian, Andrea Lee, finished 4th, made it all the way to the semifinals with a lot of shots like that. At the par 3 13th, this is IK Kim. Didn't look like she liked it.
Body language can be deceiving.
This on a good line if it gets there.
Because the wind is hurting. Aggressive line.
Is it ever? It's the young 23-year-old from Southern California, Andrea Lee. Coming off a 4th place finish at the match play last week in Vegas. Continuing that roll.
Has to play pretty hard putt here. It's uphill. Just coming off a bogey at the 4th. Taken in the side right door there.
And just carrying that extra bit of speed didn't allow it to move to the right. She spends a good hour to 2 hours when she's home on this part of her game.
This is her 16th consecutive U.S. Women's Open.
Yeah, no one in recent years probably has done it much better. 3 top 5 finishes in her last 4 starts in U.S. Opens.
Andrea Lee in a tie for 7th. Manages it beautifully, and that will be to get to within 3 of the lead. Drew Ernst is on her back.
132 is very much a go number for Nelly. It's adjusted for the elevation change. It's quite a bit uphill. Yeah. She knows it too.
Still just one. Cheyenne Knight had that birdie. Would she feel it not having played in 4 months as the week goes on, or might she be gaining some strength? Well, the story was if you went to go play the match play in Vegas the week before the U.S. Women's Open, you'd be worn out.
She's rolled some nice putts today. And another one. Birdie the first couple, made a really nice long putt on number 5.
At the 13th, Frida Schenholt. One player getting her start on the LPGA Tour.
Now at 65 yards, I don't anticipate Jin Young Ko is going to be aiming too far away from this whole location.
Carrying it well into the green, past the hole, looking for some spin.
Yeah.
Tough to get it from that close, but a pretty good shot. It'll be a very fast putt.
Players with the best putting have been the ones at the top of the leaderboard.
Nelly Corder for her birdie at the 5th. Talking about good putting, Paige.
And I only bring it up because it's not typical. Typically, U.S. Open separates based on ball striking. Obviously, you're never going to win without.
This shouldn't move too much, though.
Great par save by Lee on the 5th.
That was big, George. I think that shows how comfortable she is.
The Englishwoman, Bronte Law. She played at UCLA, superstar there, and a winner on the LPGA Tour. Feisty.
Yes.
At the 10th, Lydia Ko, 6 back.
Lots of room around this whole location to give it a go. Contact sounded a little heavy, but I think that was just my ears. That was a great shot. And leave her a nice looking leave, too.
This is Megan Kang at the 3rd. She has been trending 7th season on the LPGA Tour, still just 24 years old. If things get tougher, would that help Lydia? Given her game?
100%.
Just playing from that native area. Like a little puff of sand there, so not too bad. Oh, what a shot! Oh, she was going to walk off. That's just a couple of feet left for birdie there.
Okay.
On the last par 4, there is that ridge on the opposite side that might affect it a little bit.
Tough miss for
She's
Corder.
just playing these a little too far outside the hole, burning the edges on these past 2 putts she's missed.
Two-putt par for Andrea Lee to remain at 6 under. Nelly drops a shot.
Lindblad.
Just off the green, perfect lie. Great touch there.
She's been very solid across the board with the short game.
For a long time, she doesn't like to pitch the ball. She'll use a putter whenever possible. And her possible is a lot more than most.
Yeah, she's been 80% this week in getting up and down from off the green. But watch out, watch out. This side of the green just slopes off, and that is going to be a problem.
She may be putting from the pine straw. You'd be flappable if you had that happen, what just did to Anna Nordqvist. And again, the putter, her 5th shot. We don't see it. There it is. Goodness.
It's one you don't have to make up later. There you go. Jin Young Ko saving par at the 2nd. She's even par for her day. She'll stay at 6 under par and in 6th place. Been rock solid from inside 10 feet this week. And no need to expect anything different there with that. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nelly Corda at the 7th.
Great shot.
That was a good cleanup, at least. But just a nightmare of a start. Players can be aggressive with this whole location.
She is.
And that may be just part of her DNA.
To 5.
And we're going to look at Bronte Law using a 4-iron this hole. Oh, what a shot. Leaving herself below the hole as well.
Nelly Corda for birdie at 7. Got to be impressed, don't you?
Yes, you've mentioned it. 4 months off out of competition due to the blood clot and her recovery.
She loves that putter. It actually belongs to her fiance and caddy, Travis Kreider. It was his, and she took it out of his bag. Lindblad for a kick-in birdie at 3. Played with Annika the first 2 days and with #1 in the world, Jin Young Ko, today. And Lexi Thompson. She got to within 4 of the leaders early. To 4, and Lindblad won back.
After a heck of a drive, only 122 yards remaining, which will help because she can launch it up in the air.
Like that?
Well, it's such an advantage. She already hits it high. You saw the apex, 107 feet in the air. Wow.
She's tied the lead. And the rest of the field is trying to hold that Tiger, the LSU star.
And Jin Young Ko on the tee using her hybrid. Hopefully this one's going to draw back because that started out to the right. Oh, it has. What a shot. And John was asking if he'd seen anyone close today. That's the closest I've seen.
Might get a good first hop.
Yeah, that was just a soft swing there.
Well played.
I judged that hit and release pretty well.
No, and different from the last time she had to take time off for injury to come back as well. Never enough. Yeah, last time she came back, missed the cut at the US Women's Open last year.
Boy, she caught that too good. Just see how much spin she was able to generate there.
Just knows this will potentially release out.
She went left-hand low last summer, and it really transformed her putting. 5.
And to save her par after that chip came up short, Lindblad. And that's going to be a bogey for her.
It was a great start for Lexi Thompson. Back-to-back birdies to open, but she gave them both back. And here she is with a third at the par 5 10th. Tied for 14th where she began the day. And a beauty there, the leader on tour in greens and regulation. There's an LPGA rookie like Karen Stupples from Florida State, Amanda Doherty. Maybe. Oh.
They were asking for it. But it was moments like that where it was a shaky putt or a wedge shot or something that you know.
Good opening 9 for Nelly Korda, 2 under. Here's her third at the par 5 10th. Will she need a fourth? Barely. And this is going to be a birdie for Nelly Korda. We think about where she was 1 year ago. She missed the cut at the U.S. Women's Open. But after that, she won 3 LPGA events, including her first major.
Hit that way too hard.
Okay.
Safely in now. Other winners of that California Am, by the way, U.S. Open winners.
It's just where she's aimed.
That had the draw. Maybe too much. No.
Wow.
Oh.
What a shot.
How about that? Even though she's 45 feet away, she's directly under the hole. Should be fairly straightforward to two-putt this. Oh, unless you really misjudge the speed. Can think about hitting this at the back of the cup.
Oh, and she'll fall out of tie for the lead. The putter grip level and not letting it rise up. That's pretty cool. Kept it down low through then. Double digits under par for Mina Haragai.
A little sneak preview of what we might see at 15. Lydia Ko made, or rather Jin Young Ko made eagle here yesterday. Hannah Green for a 3.
Par 3 moment ago, Lydia Ko at 4 under.
A location here located on the back of the green, but anything beyond this whole location will slope away, so I'll expect most players to err on the side of caution here, but beautiful shot there from Lydia.
Excellent.
Going with a 9-iron here. Tricky hole location just over a false front. Oh, she gets a nice bounce forward. Could have easily rolled back off the front of the green.
A few clouds roll in, but mostly sunny. Temperature in the 80s. Minjee Lee, this for birdie at 6. Moment ago, got one back that she gave away. Love to leave yourself that at the U.S. Women's Open all day long here. Just to tap in.
That's really one of the first miscues we've seen her make with the putter.
A few other things in her game and has gotten to this point now. Drops a shot there, though.
Got a solid strike on that.
I guess. Oh, so close.
So just needs to stay down with this.
She wants to hold this. Mina's ball might be in her way. Looks like she tugged it a little bit.
She did.
Still with a chance, though.
Pretty much encapsulates her game.
That's how Annika described her, too. Playing with her the first 2 days. Lydia Ko, second on the way at 18.
Her front left hole location today.
Oh, terrific.
Kind of, this hole location kind of reminds me of the hole location on Sunday. Just a ticklish one down this hill. Borrowed too much, but when you get above the hole around this golf course, you have to putt defensively. It hasn't been a factor all week.
Nelly Korda from the bunker, Karen.
Yeah, she's got a decent lie, a little bit below her feet. If she plays this a bit right at the flank, she's less lip to go over. It was a 7-iron. Smart play.
Having a good season on the LPGA Tour. A lot of people keeping their eye on Hedgen. And that is just the 7th birdie today at the 9th. So she gets it back to 4 under, but a struggle over the first 7 holes.
Xiu Lin in the fairway with her third, par 5 15th. Kind of previewed that hole short time ago. What the leaders will face coming down the stretch. Opportunity here. There you go.
Quick putt down the hill. Should break a little bit right to left here.
Hello. Count it.
This is Bronte Law from England trying to stay at 4 under. Back up the hill. Gonna give it a hit, and does. Look at that fist bump. Bronte Law never afraid to show her emotions on the golf. Middle of the green has been a popular play, or in line with the flag.
Really good line.
Oh, wow, she went right at it.
Oh, how about 2 excellent iron shots in a row?
Minjee Lee with a pitching wedge here. One behind the player that she's playing alongside today, Mina Haragai. See how aggressive Minjee gets. And that one's a little closer than a few we've seen. Yeah. She's been in good form on the LPGA Tour this year. Won a few weeks ago at the Cognizant Founders Cup. Yeah. So back in front, 11 under par.
Nelly Korda here at 15 from the bunker again.
Yeah, but this one is for eagle. A little bit of a different position.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah, so got there in 2, was in that bunker.
And what do you think, Karen, seeing Nelly so far this week?
I think she's exceeded my expectations and everybody's expectations. And this is just tremendous to come back from what she went through.
So that could be a fortunate break come tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, a couple of birdie putts there.
Yeah, I just think the key here is speed control, which I know she's worked a lot on coming into this week.
Speed was good, I'd say. Has yet to make a birdie at the 10th. We'll see.
2 birdies in a row for Minjee. This would be for 3 birdies in a row.
10 feet, 10 inches at the 10. Symmetry didn't work that time.
That was a really good putt, Morgan.
Yeah, that looked like it had a chance the whole way, just barely.
She's a lot below the hole, but if you go past this hole location, you can end up well over the green with a difficult up and down. Not waste any time on her putts.
Quite a bit left.
That's a rough miscue there after smart play off the tee, just not giving that first putt nearly enough.
Every year has been different, but 24 of the last 26 U.S. Women's Open win.
Going with a soft wedge off of a little bit of an uphill lie. Beauty.
This is the second shot at 12 for Hye-Jin Choi. We talked about driving it to the top of that hill. And if you don't quite get it there, can't see as much. She's going to walk up and, oh, she's going to like what she sees when she gets to the top of that hill.
Very challenging.
This is a similar spot to where we saw Jin Young Ko putt from just a moment ago in the group ahead.
Just has to clip that so nicely, and she did. Maybe, hard to believe, a little too much. But so fast you can see how everything's moving to the front of the green. It's another one that just makes you sweat a little bit and your heart rate go up. You have to stay relaxed over this putt. So fast. Oh, wow, nothing but the center.
And we had the most beautiful view of her putting strokes.
Hye-Jin Choi trying to repair the damage from earlier in the round. This for a birdie at 12. Great approach in here. So
yeah, she 3-putted the 7th hole. Got to make sure you block that out of your mind right here. Working so hard on her putting. Well done. I know it's a bogey, but I think that was an important putt.
Jin Young Ko trying to do what Lindblad did. Borrowed a lot.
It has a similar putt.
But if you've been away for competition for a little while, it's kind of, you've got to get back into that mode. That's brutal.
Karen, that is just throwing a shot away there.
Two in 2 holes.
9-iron for Minjee Lee here for her second. See if she knocks it all the way back to this flag here, and that is so well judged. She's going to give herself a good look at birdie.
Big difference, Tom, coming in with it a little bit early into the green.
Yep. That might have been just enough to keep it from going in, too.
Still very well done on the speed. That did just take enough off of it that it didn't quite get to the hole.
To get it to draw down.
Says the Women's Open champ, by the way. Side by side.
Aragai struggling a little bit. This for a par.
Yeah, still outside of Minjee's birdie putt. A right to left break. Oh, and just right now making too many mistakes.
Yeah, that's going to be back-to-back bogeys. Meanwhile, Minjee is on a tear with the birdies.
She's going to have to remind herself right here, have Travis help her out, say, you know what, we got lots of golf left to play. Put that behind us.
For birdie at 12 to get it to where she eventually finishes up at 13 under. So since 2000, in this. Nelly Corda at 18.
Choking nearly halfway up the club. What a shot. That is a shot that you don't ever practice. They're making bogey on 16 and 17. Big par putt here to keep her in the mix.
It's been the story down the stretch.
Yeah, that's just really disappointing. Putting herself in position. And then 18. It's a little bit different than 16 and 17, but a couple of unforced errors there.
Not pleased right now when she looks back on the effort this week.
Just the fourth bunker she's been in this week, and the first today. All in all, a pretty good bunker player on tour.
Good play, but we'll be left with another one of those.
Second shot at the 17th for Bronte Law. She's a winner on the LPGA and the LET tour over in Europe. Asking that one to go. Yeah, listen, that's going to be just fine. Give her a chance for a birdie. Get it to 7 under.
Tom, the ball listens to her body language. It listens to her yell at it.
Achieve your goals. Kind of stay with that throughout her career. The wind blows a little bit at 15 now. Or 13.
That was, again, a good place to miss it. Overall, a pretty straight putt. She managed that speed fairly well, Morgan, but...
Harrigai.
Huge putt right here, Terry.
Yeah, definitely is.
Megan Kang's third. Try and chip this one in. Looked like great technique there and landed it in the perfect spot. Wonderful little shot.
Starting the back nine, Minjee Lee for par. No problem.
Chance to get inside the top 3. Talk about that $10 million purse. A lot of money just behind first place, and Bronte Law moves up the leaderboard. That is 4 birdies on the back nine. First player to make 4 birdies on the back nine today.
Gonna have to rely on her wedge game after that missed tee shot. It's usually pretty solid. There's another beauty.
Well,
no, that's 22 years old for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's just amazing. At a U.S. Women's Open.
Morgan, I'm sorry, it'll run all the way off the green. You get past it at all, so look for this to land somewhere on the front edge, and this is heading a hair left as well.
Yeah, she's getting almost a little bit on her toes, but that'll be just fine. You can see in her finish, you can usually tell when she's pulled it just a hair.
Right at it. How about that shot?
She could run off into the bunker. Got to be careful.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to do in U.S. Opens, is compound the mistake.
Engine Choi for eagle at 15.
This would be one way to race a rough start pretty quickly. Talk back about Sari Pak winning in '98. That's really the first golf tournament that I really remember watching. I remember her in the 18-hole playoff on the Monday with Janita Siriporn. It was very inspiring.
Bronte Law saw the play to here. This to finish up with a birdie. 27-year-old from England who went to UCLA. 4th time at the U.S. Women's Open. 3 rounds in the 60s.
Go, Carrie.
Yep. Yeah, she went with the lob wedge hard and got some nice spin on it.
Minjee Lee.
Her ball striking been so strong. This is the first bunker she's played in today. No matter. I always thought it was hard, Morgan, when you haven't hit a bunker shot in several hours.
Now, the number of
putts she has made of distance this week, Terry. Some of the best I've ever seen.
1 over for the round, which is a little surprising. Maybe expecting more from the world #1 today, but this to get it back to even par. Oh, it's got to fall from there. Not to be.
And this for her first birdie on the back 9.
This is a big putt with Minjee in there close for birdie. And they're all big putts in a women's open, but momentum is important.
Kim, her third from the bunker. Like that. Tough Saturday, 75, but quite the finish.
It makes golf a lot harder when you realize just how much every putt and every shot can mean to your bank account.
And this is a good one.
That was a gorgeous little draw.
That is a great one. Great chance. You mentioned Christy Kerr a minute ago, didn't you? On this golf course. Minjee Lee at 16 on the way.
You have to think with that list of champions, Hall of Famers, and you would think future Hall of Famers as well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. To double figures.
All a little bit above her feet here. Might make the wedge go a touch left, but wow.
Flair for the dramatic.
Oh, I love it. You love to see it. Shows her emotions on her sleeve. So much fun. It's almost like she just sucks us all in with her energy and her enthusiasm.
Oh, look at that reaction.
Good looking swing. Hoping it's enough to carry, but it's a great line.
Oh, and just carries, but then gets that sort of bounding on bounce, and it knocks it into trouble, which we've seen already this week.
Okay, but don't forget to study tonight. Disappointing day for her.
Yeah, hasn't just been able to put together the round that she needed to get right in contention, but look at this to finish.
Similar reaction.
Fun to watch. Textbook shot right here.
Watch crowd. And her, yeah, same reaction. Exactly.
Coming out lower trajectory, but a good line. And that should scuttle right on up there.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly what she wanted to do.
And from that position, she's hit 80% of her greens so far this week.
Right at it.
Why not?
Yeah. And a great chance for another birdie. Minjee to get it to 14 under par. Moves to the right at the end, as we've seen today. There's a couple that have missed over the last few holes. Had that great chance at 15.
Yeah, or she would have had an even bigger lead.
Can't believe that didn't go in.
Very nice. That was just a soft, rhythmic chipping stroke right there.
And what a three-day total, the best that we've seen at the U.S. Women's Open. Pretty similar result. So early in the back nine.